you get older. That isn't necessarily true. No. I think you can develop brain cells if you exercise your brain.
I think we're talking about your butt brush.
Right.
So, if you were to create a butt brush product,
yes,
would you sell it online, or would you do like just the as seen on TV stuff?
Right.
Or would you just do like the exclusive 1-800 thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Call now. It's free.
Oh, man. Yeah.
That's what they've done. They've reached a particular point that they feel they're untouchable.
What was that, your CIA secret code word or something?
Right.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Louis has been activated. Yeah. I don't know.
I make the point in the book also that dedication is necessary, and by dedicating yourself to something, you're going to sacrifice something else.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yes.
And I guess now he's just subtly reminding me about his book, right?
Yes.
So,
right.
Yeah. Well, what's the deal with the book anyway?
The book is titled "Live Long and ...
Right.
Ellipse, and that ... is the important part of the title, because you can live long.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Fuck it.
What are you going to do with it? Yeah. What does prosper mean? Does that mean riches monetarily, or are you a rich human being? Have you the richness of the human being?
No.
So that's what the book is about. I also state very clearly in the book, I can't offer anybody any advice. Our poop is all different. What is good poop and not, because it's your poop, your body, and if it's good for you, that's good.
Well, I don't know. Like I've been in some public bathrooms,
yes,
where things have happened.
Yes.
And of course, nobody was there.
Yes.
Afterwards, I went in, the place is empty, but it's just shit everywhere.
Right.
You know, and you know, you might say, oh, well, you know, you can't say that's not a good poop because, you know,
yes,
like you say, you don't know the person, that what might not be good for you,
yes,
is good for them.
Yes.
The shit I saw was good for nobody. Okay.
Right.
You know, saw, tasted, you know, like.
Right.
No, it's true, Gilbert. You know, the molecules, like when you smell shit,
yes,
right? That's you're actually inhaling on an atomic level. You're inhaling, you know, molecules of their shit, right?
Right.
You know, so, God, you know, like when you just think, like, well, in the weather reports on all the media all around the world now,
yes,
of course, they include in their weather reports the you know, air quality, right?
Yes.
And you know, they're counting parts per million of smog,
yes,
right? But now in San Francisco, they're counting parts per million of shit, right?
Right.
So, you know, there's that.
Yes.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, anyway, welcome back, of course, to your coffee and cigarettes, Godzilla Wednesday, and we've got it coming out for you here, slow, prickly, and kind of, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Now, as I said earlier, we don't have any actual headlines from Speculation News.
yes,
Of course, they are. You can find them on Twitter. That's their only. That's the only place they are.
Yes.
Until they get booted.
Right.
And so you can follow them up at Speculation News, all one word, no spaces. But you know, like I said, they haven't. When was their last one here? December. December 29th was their last actual story.
Yes.
And then December 31st, they retweeted our show, and that was it. They were out. Yeah.
Right.
You know, and like I say, we can see them here.
Yes.
They're right across the hall. They're working. I don't know on what, but
Right.
so anyway, they don't have any stories, and well, I guess we'll just appropriate the time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
We'll just where we normally would have the headlines. I will go down my list of gripes.
Right.
And it's good, too, because I've actually done a lot of research on these.
Yes.
Especially some scientific data and stuff I needed for the COVID thing.
Yes.
Right? It's always good to be behind the science, right? Yeah.
Right.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
I'm a scientist at heart. Yeah. I really am. So I got a lot of that stuff for you, but now where to start?
Right.
Yeah. See, I don't know. And well, okay, I guess I did the border crisis stuff on Monday, right?
Yes.
Did that and did the math, and it's not good.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
No,
fuck no.
right.
COVID vax myths, how viruses work, masks spread, and disease numbers. Right.
Yes.
Okay, well, there's not enough time in the show for my COVID rant.
Right.
So I'm going to skip that and tell you about, I'm going to tell you about the airport today.
Yes.
Yeah, I went to the airport today.
Yes.
The Charlotte International.
Yes.
Right.
Now, I don't know, like, if you know me personally.
Yes.
You guys do.
Yes.
You know that I smoke like a chimney.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Like, I've always got a cigarette going.
Yes.
I'm always smoking.
Yes.
I'm always sucking on something, right? You know.
Right.
No, not that, Gilbert. Now. No, so I've always got one with me.
Yes.
I always got one going, right?
Yes.
And just weird today. I was actually in the office early.
Yes.
And I was just going over some scripts that Louis was sending through that nobody reads. And
Right.
it was kind of weird how this happened.
Yes.
Excuse me. We had a thing where one of the staff at WSPC.
Yes.
It's kind of funny.
Yes.
But,
Right.
it's kind of funny, but their grandmother had visited them over the Christmas holidays.
Yes.
And the New Year,
Yes.
and all that good stuff. And now it was, the 4th of January, and well past time for her to get the fuck out, right?
Right.
So I was in the coffee room.
Yes.
And this one of the girls that works here, it was her mother.
Yes.
And she was just telling her girlfriend, one of the other girls here, that
Yes.
she just at the end of her rope. She can't fucking handle it anymore.
Yes.
Right.
But she's got this problem. She can't, because of the airline cancellations and whatnot lately.
Yes.
They changed her around, and last minute, Grandma phones her at work there a few minutes earlier.
Yes.
And tells her that I can get on a flight now, but I have to leave in the next 20 minutes.
Right.
And, of course, she went and asked the boss for some time off.
Yes.
And he said, fuck you.
Yes.
Right.
And seeing as I was there early and wasn't even actually on the clock yet,
Yes.
I said to her, okay, well, I could go pick up Granny and take her to the airport.
Right.
And she gave me a blowjob.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm kidding, of course. No, she
Right.
she gave me a hug.
Yes.
And then gave me the key to her car. No, not a car.
Yes.
Give me your car. Yeah, no. She gave me the keys to her house.
Yes.
She had a spare set of keys, for Christ's sake.
Yes.
Just give me the keys and
Yes.
give me the address and everything else. And so I go down, get in the car, and off I go. Right?
Right.
And I whip on over there, and I knock on the front door, and you know, I'm waiting.
Yes.
And fucking waiting.
Yes.
And then it dawns on me.
Yes.
I think back to the conversation I had with the girl at the office, and she's like, "Oh, she's really hard of hearing."
Right.
So I'm like, okay, well, fuck it, I'll just go in.
Yes.
Because I've got the keys. She gave me the keys for a reason. I'm assuming that's because she knew Mom can't hear, and I'd need to go in.
Right.
Right, just putting two and two together, right? That's all it is, right?
Right.
So I put the key in the door.
Yes.
And I turn the key, and it unlocks, and it slides over the deadbolt, and the door opens up.
Yes.
And I walk in, right? So I walk in, and I'm looking to the left, and that's where the living room is.
Yes.
And, of course, there's nobody there. And I look over to the right where the sort of den/sitting room is.
Yes.
And there's nobody over there. So right down in front of me, there was a hallway straight down to the back of the house.
Yes.
And just to the right of this hallway, just, 10 feet or so in from the door,
Yes.
was the stairs up the right to go upstairs, right?
Yes.
Right.
Well, I decide, okay, well, I'll just walk through the back because that looks like where the kitchen is.
Yes.
And I'm like, Granny's probably in the kitchen.
Right.
Well, shit. I get just about 10 feet in the door.
Yes.
Like, okay. And this shotgun goes off upstairs. Right? Just like that. Just like that.
Right.
And the whole floor is all chewed up with pellets, right? And I literally shit myself.
Right.
Right? Yeah, no, see, that wasn't good either. Okay, no, I didn't shit myself.
Yes.
Right.
But for the story, Anyway, whatever. Long and the short,
Yes.
I finally yelling, Grandma, I'm Chris. I work with your daughter. I'm here to take you to the airport because you got canceled, and this flight's the only one you could get. And blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Tell her the whole fucking thing, and she's like, huh?
Right.
So I go through it again a couple of times.
Yes.
Finally get her clued in, and she's actually got her bags packed. So, it's
Right.
kind of bonus. So I load up the car and stuff, and I head out, and I'm smoking.
Yes.
Right? Like the whole fucking time I'm smoking. That's really the point of the story.
Yes.
Is I get out to the airport with her,
Right.
and I go into the airport.
Yes.
And of course it's mask city everywhere,
Yes.
right? Except for me, because I don't, and it's funny too. All over North Carolina,
Yes.
like nobody wears these masks.
No.
Fuck you. You don't find them anywhere, right?
Right.
So, but you go into the airport,
Yes.
and of course, oh my God, you got fucking
Right.
So whatever, yeah, just like this one.
Right.
Yeah, suck it up. So I go into the airport.
Yes.
Right, and Grandma's with me, and I'm carrying all her bags and shit, and we're getting to the desk there, and she checks in, and they point her through to security and stuff.
Yes.
And I'm not going to go through security with her.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So she gives me a hug, and off she goes on her way. Now, the whole time I got the cigarette hanging out of my mouth.
Yes.
And I turn around to leave, and that's when it happened.
Right.
Yeah, you guessed it. Standing in front of me is 6 of these airport security guys.
Yes.
Full body armor
Yes.
and all this other shit. Right.
Right.
So, and they're all wearing masks.
Yes.
And I'm like, what is this, a stick up? So that they inform me that I'm smoking.
Yes.
And I'm like, you're very good.
Right.
Okay? And they're